I unintentionally discovered Dad's horrifying secret. Hello, my name is Ashley. I've just had my 17th birthday filled with happiness with my family. But just a few days after my birthday, I felt like the sky was falling down. Have you ever had your trust betrayed? Have you ever had to loathe your own family member? I even wish that I had died so I couldn't have faced those bad feelings. I had always been proud of my family, especially my dad. That was the most decent man I had ever known. He was a calm, disciplined, and kind of rigid secondary school teacher. But to me, his only daughter, he was a great dad. He always sided with me, taught me a lot of things, cuddled, and loved me. And to Mom, Dad was always yielding and respectful. I could say that Dad was my idol. Unlike Dad, Mom is a businesswoman, so she's a bit meticulous and ill-tempered. I still remember that I once argued really heatedly with my mom. I couldn't tell the details, but I remember that Dad scolded me right in front of my mom. But after that, he spent the whole night sitting on the roof to talk and comfort me, and teach me what is right and what is wrong. Dad said that Mom did it because she loved me, and she just didn't know the right way to show it. So that's why I didn't scold at Mom anymore. Dad once told me that it was raining torrentially on the day my mom was born, and it was the same on my 17th birthday. But I was really happy. Mom bought me a birthday cake and made a lot of my favorite dishes. We had the meal and then blew out the candles on the cake. Dad even gave me a cute little puppy, and I screamed with joy. And since then, Lily had become a member of our family. Lily has a really strange hobby of smelling coffee beans, so I hung bags of coffee beans around her kennel. Whenever I was busy, Dad could replace me and play with Lily, and I could walk her out on my days off. On that day, I didn't have to go to school, so I took Lily out in the park near my house with Sam, my best friend. We were too engrossed in our conversation to notice that Lily had run away elsewhere. We were in real panic and had to split to find her. After searching around in vain, I suddenly realized that there was a coffee shop nearby, and maybe Lily had smelled coffee and ran there. So I went to that cafe to look for Lily, and that was when I saw things that I should not see. That was my dad, my exemplary dad, sitting next to a girl just about my age. That person even tilted her head on my dad's shoulder, holding his arm, and Dad was fondling her hair. What did I see? My dad had an affair? With a girl just around my age? Needless to say, you guys could tell what I felt back then. Surprised? Panicked? I just couldn't believe my eyes, so I just kept looking at them again and again. My chest was throbbing at the time, and I felt like I was betrayed. There were thousands of questions in my head, and I just stood still until Sam called me and told me that she had found Lily. I then decided to leave and take Lily back from Sam. I lied to Sam that I could go home, but actually I wandered aimlessly around for quite a while. What should I do? Directly ask my dad? Or tell my mom? Or should I forget everything? I was angry. I hated him. I used to think that he was a great man, but what had he done to me and Mom? I tried to calm down and went back home, even though I didn't want to. I was afraid that my mom could be over-worried, so I tried to act as normally as possible. As soon as I arrived home, I heard my parents quarreling fiercely. My mom asked Dad about a large sum of money that he had withdrawn that day. She said that she needed the money for my tuition fee, and Dad just told her that he could send it back later since he was in need for it. I just couldn't help but laughing contemptuously. While Mom was trying to take care of me, did Dad give that money to that girl? I walked into the house, greeted Mom, and then went straight up to my room. I was afraid that if I stayed for any longer, I couldn't be able to stand it and say it all. I was lying in bed, but my heart was still beating real fast. My head was still stuffed with a lot of questions.